What's up, Panther fans? What was that we saw today? We saw our first win of the season. I am very excited. I haven't smelled this smell of victory since, I guess it's been January. Um, I just got back just recently from the game, back up at school. I've done a lot of driving today. I had impromptu last minute tickets came about, so I went ahead and took them and went to the game. It was a great game. Couldn't pick a better game to go to, basically. And now I'm stuck in the dilemma of, I tend to be superstitious at times, so now if I don't continue this trend of going to the game and this kind of thing and doing things the same way, then something bad may happen, but that's just not going to be possible. But let's get down to the game, because just fantastic game, very excited. I'm tired, I'm sunburnt, but it was great. Sipping on my 1 liter Mountain Dew for 99 cents. Good game all around. Matt Moore, fantastic game, 96.4 passer rating, looking at here, over 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. That was a passing game, finally, out of nowhere. Great to see David Geddes. Geddes is a beast. He seriously is a stud. For a 6th round pick, never expected any of this, and he is going to be a great part of this team, I think, for several years to come. Just showing fantastic ability for a 6th rounder. He's our version of Marcus Colston all of a sudden. So, he's shown flashes in all these games, but finally he broke out in a big way. There toward the end of the game, he had that one that just kind of bumped off his face mask, but he redeemed himself big and just really came through for us. And also, I can't leave out LaFell. LaFell was overshadowed by Geddes in this game because Geddes had the 2 touchdowns, but LaFell still had 91 yards today, including the big reception way downfield that set up the game winner. So got to give props to him too. And Steve Smith, he didn't have as many yards receiving, but he really energized the team today. I saw him during warm-ups out there practicing fielding punts, and I was just kind of like, what's going on here? Guy coming off injury, your superstar, he's out here fielding punts like he's going to go in and do that. And I was kind of just shocked. I thought, well, they're just, monkeying around. But what do you know? He goes out there in the game and starts fielding punts, and I hear when I get back that he volunteered to do punts today, punt return duty, and it really showed. It energized the fans, energized the team, just that little bit. It gave them just a kind of a little pep in their step, if you will. Just fantastic performance today for a team that winless. There were mistakes. There's things to correct, of course, but for a team that has shown an offense as inept as it has been all season, to come out and do what it did today, very, very happy with. Definitely something to build on. The running game tended to struggle today at times. D'Angelo ended up with 44 yards, but our backs, nobody really averaged over 2 yards a carry, which that's got to improve. We weren't opening up holes on the offensive line very much, which that's got to change. They were much, much better in pass protection this week, but our game is running the football, and we've got to get back to doing that successfully. Very, very important moving forward. But I'm going to go ahead and give you a Shane superlatives for this week on offense. Co-superlative for Matt Moore and David Geddes. Just fantastic chemistry between those two today. And defense, I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to Richard Marshall. He was second on the team in tackles during the game, and then had the game-clinching interception down the wire from David Carr. Nice to see him back in Carolina, just as long as it wasn't in the Panther uniform. But great pick there at the end, a lot of effort, to seal the game off. Let's see, kind of doing this on the fly because it's kind of late, but just so excited, had to go ahead and get it out here today, tonight, right now. But just this can be something that this team builds a lot of momentum on. We're still 1-5, and we're in a tough division, all three teams above us in the division are playing fairly well. Although, today was just a bizarre day all over the league. The Browns just thumped New Orleans. Where did that come from? And just Baltimore almost lost to Buffalo. That close. Just some crazy results. And Oakland putting up 59 points today. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but, I liked it for the Panthers to get a W in the win column. But, I think with games coming up against St. Louis Rams next week, it's away. And then we've got Cleveland and New Orleans coming up. I think that we could string together, another 3 or 4 wins here. And, who knows? We're looking at possibly, if we play our best, if we play like we did today, possibly getting close to 500. And I know that sounds really, really optimistic, and we're not making the playoffs. The playoffs are out of the picture. I'm just looking for a nice, exciting, refreshing season from our young players, and it looks like they're capable of giving us that. But, this John Fox Panthers team has never finished worse than 7-9, and I think they can get to that 7-9 mark based on what I saw today. They didn't activate Devin Thomas, which surprised me. I thought for sure he would be active because I thought he would be made the number 2 receiver right off. But, heck with that. We might just let him go back to Washington if Geddes and LaFell play like that every week. Just fantastic game. But I don't want to leave the video to be too optimistic. There are things to improve on. The defense, that first drive, they were just, I think it was like 3 plays down the field to score a touchdown, just that fast. No reason they should be giving that kind of play up. Defense early on, the last 2 games have been, torched in the first couple drives. And they've got to shape that up. We can't let teams get out and score on us quickly because that takes us out of our game plan. And although we did throw for a lot more than I would expect us to today, but we made it work, surprisingly. But I don't think that's going to keep working down the road. We've got to establish the run game if we're going to be successful. Matt Moore was just fantastic game. Made him look like we should have never benched him in week 3. But he had that one really terrible pick to what's the guy's name? Ray McDonald, I believe. Just I don't know what he was looking at, but it all turned out okay. But he can't make a throw like that. That was just big time mistake. But he tried to get in front of the guy, and I thought he was going to kill him. But he's lucky he got out of that uninjured. But just everything all around, you've got to be happy with what you saw today. Just like I said, there are some mistakes we've got to shape up, but the team, the locker room, everything was so excited during the game and after the game, and even John Fox seemed a little more excited, even though he's been just going through the motions this year. He does have the ability to fire up a team, to keep them motivated. He's a great motivator, and he's not been motivating too well this year so far because he's in his lame duck year, and I thought he was just kind of floating along, but and today is something they can possibly build off of, and just make the season something that you don't want to just plain forget, because you never know, we may not have football next year, so we've got to enjoy the season. But I guess that about does it. Just really happy after the victory. Get to feel good this week for the first time this season. Be sure to hit the comments. I know everybody wants to talk about the win. Leave your comment of what you thought the biggest play was, who's your MVP, et cetera, et cetera. What are you looking to see from them coming up next week against the Rams? And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Subscription button right up there. Be sure to hit that. And I believe that about does it. Just need to keep this video a little shorter. I'm getting close to 10 minutes now, but just sit here and just bask in this victory. Just sit back and have a Mountain Dew. I swear I'm not getting advertising money for this. I'm not. I promise. Well, that's a thought. But never mind. Deal for another day. But hope you all have a good week. I'll have a preview vid out for the St. Louis game around about Thursday. And hopefully we'll see you then. And I'll be sure to respond to your comments if you want to comment. And really appreciate y'all watching. But come see the Panthers Facebook group as well. I'll put the link down in the comment box in the description box. Come check it out. Got a lot of people talking Panthers football like always. I'm sure the board will be really lively this week after the win. So in the meantime, go Panthers.